Where is this guy?
You're awaiting Tangle. He's gonna ask and you're gonna answer.
Tangle. That prick with the hat?
Yeah, but what a hat.
I hear it never leaves his head. The guy even sleeps with it. He never takes his shades off, never leaves the corner. Plus they say he bets the over-under like religiously.
Well, if all you heard is true, and even if it ain't, I'm sure he has his reasons.
Yeah, I'm used to more responsive guys.
Well, he ain't our usual. He came down from somewhere northern, made a name, and built some books.
You fly the family flag?
He does now. Freelance, but I'm told he's loyal.
I'll believe it when.
He want a slice of deep dish. I said he want a slice of deep dish.
Oh. So you're the fuck in charge. Where's your hat?
You want a drink? Seltzer? Beer?
No. I don't want for nothing.
You best be sure. That drink's the last thing we're giving you. From then on, it's going to be you giving us everything.
Well, then I'll take a Sprite. With lime.
People are honest most of the time. But dishonesty is stressful. And stress causes a physical reaction. But you must know all this because you seem very confident.
Yep.
For a while, money was disappearing. We couldn't figure out how. The best minds in the cartel and the wisest consultants were assigned to plug the leak or to find its source. Even just a cessation of theft would be a blessing. But for the life of them, the boss and all his counselors couldn't figure out the problem.
Where's my soda?
So they called me. I'm not with the family. I'm from another place, up north. Less noisy. I'm very focused.
Where's my soda?
I don't recall. What sort of soda did you want?
I said Sprite with lime.
When I enter an interrogation room, I may have had a fight. I may have lost a lover. I may have won the lottery, but I leave all of that outside. I only bring my jacket, my focus, and my strategy into the room with me.
You true you always bet the over-under?
I don't always anything. That's how you lose a fortune.
Why the fuck am I here?
Let's call the boss by his name. I'm an outsider. I can do that. Let's call him Bondola. All of Bondola's staff and dozens of freelancers, they knew that Bond was terribly concerned about the theft, the leak, the missing revenue. They let their fear of Bondola interfere with the investigation, so they overlooked some subtle leads. I don't give a crap about Bondola's priorities, and I'm not in his pocket.
You don't work for Bondola? I wondered why the fuck I was here. Why the fuck are you here?
I have some theories about cartel structure, best practices, oversight, workflow. I proposed to Bondola I try these theories out when he has a lost cause or a worst case scenario. I exchange my expertise for the right to experiment.
So what am I? Lost cause or worst case?
I think, perhaps, I see a small chink in your armor. Look at my eyes. They're dead. Yours are trembling. You don't like the sound of Bondola's name. It burns you a bit, huh? Bondola's crew, they were eager to please, so they looked for complex answers that were pleasing, but ignored simple answers that were unpleasant. No such bias clouds my outlook. You're the nephew.
Of who?
Of who? You tell me. Name all your aunts and uncles.
I want my soda.
Aunts. Janine. Suzanne. Maria. Margaret. Uncles. Vernon. Roman. James. Bernard. Who am I forgetting?
Fuck knows. I don't know, a person you just named.
Maria raised you when your mom ran south with a mechanic. Janine taught you to read. Roman taught you to box. So Bernard wouldn't fuck you up. It's okay if you got water in your eyes. Let's call them allergies.
James beat Maria. Till I interceded. I put James in the ER with a fucking haymaker.
And yet none of these aunts or uncles is your most important relative. The one you emulated. The one whose name kept your chin high when every punk at PS-18 roughed you up. And then when you fought back at school and did time in juvie. The name you could have always called out in a barroom brawl or a drug bust or in solitary, but you never did. Because you meant to make it on your own. Because you knew they'd call you weak if you cried out for help.
I did my time. And I met one of Bandola's lieutenants in the joint. I didn't let on my connection. I impressed him with my skills and my personality, and he hired me for a job. A week after I got out, I worked the job and the crew did so well, we met with Bandola himself afterwards. He raised a glass of bubbly, and we raised ours, and I waited for a word, fucking praise or congratulations. He didn't even look at me. He hugged his jail buddies. He complimented his own lieutenants. He acted like I wasn't even fucking there, man. Shit.
And that was when you began to steal from your uncle Bandola.
Fuck.
The irony, kid, is that Bandola knew exactly who you were, fully realized everything you'd done for him, understood the sacrifices you had made to get on that crew without using his name. That champagne reception was the next level test. To see how you handle yourself when he was in the room with all his lieutenants. And you cracked. You wanted overt praise that your rank and your achievements did not yet merit. You disciplined yourself so well, for so long. And then you cracked, right at the most crucial moment.
Fucking Bandola could have said a fucking word of praise. He never even fucking acknowledged me.
In public, no. In private, regularly. All your crew members knew you were Bond's nephew. Everyone knew. That's why they overlooked you when they started hunting for the thief.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
You never heard that Bandola acknowledged you to his troops. Such a loss. Such a pity.
Where's my soda?
Right here, motherfucker. We shared with you. Now you're gonna share with us. Where is the capital you stole from your uncle?
You didn't have to rough him up. Now we don't know if his confession was for real. He did it under duress.
He did it under my fist.
I hear you, Tangle, but you can't expect us to give up on tried and true methodology just because you're from a different neck of the woods.
Your tried and true don't work. How many times have you followed up on a confession that you retrieved that way and found it to be false?
Fuck if I know. Often. But sometimes it produces usable intelligence.
Let me try something on you. Gerben, you are banished from the cartel. Unless you can cough up the name of the driver who jacked a delivery of gears on Tuesday.
How the fuck you know about that?
You're banished unless you name the name.
Fuck. It was someone or other. Gregory Philampre.
See, and if I followed up on that lead, I would find that Gregory wasn't even in the car. Because he's laid up on meds at his brother's house after a tactical mistake from a previous hit that was not sanctioned by Bondola.
Fine. I lied. Because you ain't Bondola, and you ain't gonna kick me out of fuck all. A real threat would produce a real answer.
You mean nothing to me. And the loss of you would cost me 0. Who was the driver?
Fuck. You are one crazy fuck. The driver, fucking Bizra Tim, drove the car.
Wrong. You ruined my interrogation of Bondola's nephew. But I'm enjoying this. Shall I continue?
It was Bizra drove the car.
You're trying to work out an angle from which you could win my gun. You're not going to tell me who really drove the car, are you?
I fucking told you. Bizra drove it. Why you gotta shoot me up?
You won't tell me who really drove the car because the fact is you don't know. If you had owned up to not knowing, you'd be unharmed. But under duress, you tell me what you think I want to hear. You give me 2 false names because you think a name will satisfy me. And this is how others respond to your violence, so this is how you respond to mine. But you don't know who drove the car. You don't know because the driver was me.